I hope you have enjoyed these vlogs. I have been having fun making them, and we are almost finishing the season by season with what we are doing. Yes, we have traveled several kilometers. That is, when I get to this section, I will calculate how many miles we have traveled during the season, how many closures and statistics I have put. Meanwhile, you will probably spend, time gathering these things. So there we are.
This is the voice. Got a little celebration going on today because Stealth, the boat, it's its birthday and it's 13 years old. And it doesn't seem like 5 minutes since I took it out of the marina at the Midland Canal Centre, which unfortunately is no more, and got going on with cruising life. But anyway, on with the cruising today, and we're going to continue on the Trent and Mersey, just the final part. I think there's about 5 or 6 locks left to do, and then we'll be taking a left turn onto the Middlewich section, which in turn will take us over towards the Troppy. And as luck happens, it's a very nice morning. It's a little bit nippy, but hopefully it'll be a good day. Yesterday was terrible, the wind and the rain. 1 or 2 little incidents that we had on the way, which sometimes happen, especially when you get wind involved. That's the common one, because a narrowboat doesn't really control very well in windy situations. So people generally step up the speed a little bit just to give it that little bit more control. Yeah, I don't, yeah. So this is one of the things that I love when you're coming along on a narrowboat journey and you've got all this lovely countryside around us. But on the other side of the canal, I'll just show you, it looks like, well, you get in the distance there are houses that are being built, and it looks like there's about 1.8 hectares of land that's going to go up for retail and mixed use. So in a way it's a shame there's so many of these things coming up alongside the canals these days. It's not getting the same feeling as it used to have. Well, we've just witnessed a great load of Canadian geese, and just watching them in the blue sky, oh, absolutely amazing. And you think to yourself, well, I don't know, how many miles is it to Canada? 6,000 odd that they're going to perhaps be flying. Incredible feat, really, isn't it? So this is one of the navigational books that we use, called the Nixon's Guide, and it certainly really helps with our journey. It explains where all the locks are, how many miles it is to a lock, mile markers, and it also is a great guide for where we've been in the past, because what I do is I put in the dates of when we've done these canals, and looking at my dates, we've travelled this particular canal now 4 times in the 13 years now that we've been cruising. So we certainly get around a bit. We're the sort of travellers that like to do a good bit each day, We do like to stop off at places as well, of course, and what have you, but by doing what we do, we don't really need solar panels or anything like that, because our energy is just sort of worked out from the engine, really. We're not one of these where we just stay stationary, leaving the engine on to charge batteries. We like to sort of just keep on cruising, get the batteries fully charged, heats the water up, of course, every day as well, and then every day is a new adventure. That's pretty much how we do our cruising. Yeah, then let's cross the River Thames in all its glory. Wow, how amazing is this? Brilliant. Paddling in the source of the River Thames. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, knee deep. Lovely. Well, here we are at the official start of the Thames, and what a great time to come out, because we've had so much rain that you can see all this water coming up through the ground now. It's amazing. Here it is, just bubbling up here, and obviously all this water is going to end up down in London and out to sea. But this is fantastic, it really is. I've had to get very wet to get here, to be honest. I mean, all the water coming over my boots and everything, but it's well worth the exercise of doing this. So yeah, happy days. It's something I've always wanted to do and see. Oh, so brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant. Source to the Sea Trail, 232 miles and 185.2 miles to Woolwich, London. There we go. Be nice to walk, actually. I have to say that there's nothing better than being out on a narrowboat when the sun is shining and the sky is blue. What more could you want to do in life? Travelling at probably no more than a couple of miles an hour, really. Us sort of next to us is a road, and you hear all the road traffic, and you know, I just know where I'd rather be. Well, here we are at King's Lock, which this will be the last lock that we do on the Trent and Mersey, because we're going to do a left turn at the Middlewich branch. But the Trent and Mersey does continue on, and it goes up to Preston Brook, and on the way it passes the Anderton lift. Unfortunately, we haven't got time to do that this time, but another time. So here we go, we're turning right here. Let's come on to the Middlewich branch, and it's a little bit tight, but we'll get there. Oh, there we are. We've come on to the Middlewich branch now, and I managed to skip a load of filming there because there was a volunteer on the lock. So by the time I crossed over the road from the bridge, which you have to walk quite a long way around, I sort of job was done almost. And I'm just looking at the side of my boat here, and after yesterday's rain, it looks an absolute state. So looks like we're going to need to do a bit of a wash today, I think. So I think it was just at this point where there was a bit of a breach on the Middlewich Canal. A bit of a breach. It was a big issue, actually, and it really cost a lot of money to get it put back again. Well, hello everybody, and good morning, good afternoon or good evening, wherever you may be. We had a lovely run along the Middlewich branch yesterday, and just before you get to the end, towards the Shropshire Union end, there is a lovely picnic area with benches and what have you. Such a lovely, peaceful night. And today's journey, I'm going to head on down to the Shropshire Union and see what comes of that. Certainly really enjoy it. It's such a shame that at the moment we're on a little bit of a mission, really. We haven't got like the normal times that we have to sort of like pull over, enjoy places for a little bit and then come away. We're sort of having to do long cruising on a daily basis, mainly because we want to be back down to the south, and we're sort of running out of time now because closures will be upon us and we will be restricted as to what we can do in our moving time. It all depends on the luck of the draw with what Canal and River Trust do during the course of the winter season. Some areas are absolutely fine, and then other areas they do lots of maintenance work, and that goes on throughout the whole of the winter. So yeah, we just have to sort of enjoy the little bits that we can as and when we can. Anyway, we'll continue on with our journey, and it's amazing, you know, okay, it's raining again today, but it's amazing what a difference the weather makes when you've got blue skies and nice still days. It really gives you an amazing feel-good factor with your boating. Anyway, we endure the good and the not so good. That's what it's all about, really. And even when it's raining, it's not that bad. I think actually the worst thing for us is if the wind gets up. That's generally when a boat becomes totally out of control. If it's really blowing a gale, you've got to really be on it. But like yesterday, I was talking to some hire boaters enjoying themselves out for the first time. They was explaining like the day before they were crashing into boats, and it's not a good thing, but it happens, and it certainly does when you haven't got much experience. But anyway, I told them not to let it upset them too much and just get on their way, which is what they were doing, and they did actually look like they was enjoying themselves. So just to show you what a difference a day makes, we're still on the Middlewich branch, but as you can see, it makes for a different picture when it's all clouded over and it's trying to rain. Not to worry, we're still going to enjoy ourselves. So this is another little boat like stealth, which is also built at the Midland Canal Centre. I believe they built 11 of these type of hulls. They are a little bit more unusual. To the end of the Middlewich branch now, and we're going to be turning left and going on to the Shropshire Union, and that's then in turn going to take us back down south.